Howdy, howdy, folks. Diecast Buffet here again, and it's time for race 9 of the season. It's the Pontiac Excitement 400 under the lights at Richmond International Raceway. After a crazy finish in Martinsville, we're going back to another short track where anything can happen on this Let's Play series. From 3 wide at Daytona for one of the craziest finishes I've ever seen on this game, in a NASCAR game or anything. I mean, crazy stuff, folks. Well, let's go to the point standings. Let's see. So we jumped from 22nd up to 19th after winning. Whew, crazy stuff. Let's go look at the top. Let's see. Sterling Marlin maintains his points lead. Martin in third. Let's see where old Kurt Busch is. Kurt Busch is 14th after winning the 500. Let's see, actually, let's go look at the schedule. I want to see, so we have Talladega coming up, so we got Richmond, then we have Talladega, which I'm so excited for Talladega. Then we got the Coca-Cola 600, which is absolutely going to be an endurance. Then we got Dover, so we got some races coming up. Got some good races, I think. I'm concerned about Dover, I'm not going to lie, I've never been too good at Dover. Lowe's, I think we might have something for him. Talladega, I know will be fast. We got second in the 500. But Richmond, I have absolutely no clue if we're going to be good or we're going to be bad. It's one of those racetracks that I've always been iffy at. Let's see. What kind of paint scheme? I think we're just going to go back with a normal Sicto Ford. I think we're going to run one of those special paint schemes in the 600 though. Alright, so I think everything's ready to go. Let's head on down, or actually, let's head to another part of Virginia to go racing. Alright folks, even more good news for the Sitco Ford team. We got our first pole. So we won Martinsville last week, and it wasn't a fluke, or at least terms of recent speed. We just qualified on pole for the Pontiac Excitement 400th. I have no clue if we're going to be good in race trim, but our qualifying trim, somehow we just pulled a rabbit out of our hat and just got a pole. So that's pretty cool. Let's head down to pre-race ceremonies.
Welcome to Richmond, Virginia, the site of the action for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, here on MRN. What's in store for us on this track, Barney?
This is a fast track, even though it's less than a mile. Richmond's smooth surface gives the drivers plenty of room to maneuver and make clean passing, but you'll still see a fair share of bumping going on out there.
Jeff Burton has got to be happy about qualifying so well this week.
Well, the extra time that team spent on qualifying this week makes all the difference. I think they should spend extra time every week. Maybe it would help improve their average starting spot.
Rusty Wallace is clinging to a top 10 points position coming into this race.
He's been working hard this season, and it is paying off so far. You'll need a good finish in this one to gain some spots.
Jeff Green joined Richard Childress Racing in 2001. It was the first year RCR had run 3 cars at one time in Winston Cup.
And being a part of a very successful multi-car operation is important to Jeff. His first foray in the Winston Cup was a little rough, but with Childress, he's got a good chance to run well week in and week out.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Engines are fired under the lights here in Richmond. Can't believe it, folks. We got our first pole, and we're sitting next to Scott Wimmer, I think. I have no clue. This season's been absolutely crazy. One of the craziest seasons I have ever played on this game. And we won the pole by just mere, oh my god. We had a 784, we had a 774. So I mean, absolutely just a few ticks ahead. Anywho though, green flag. Let's go racing, alright. Let's just try to keep the fenders on it. That is 5 bonus points. Spotter. Let's just try to go out here and have a good run. That's all we need. We just need a good run. We're deep in the points. Just got to focus and just have a good run. That's all we can ask for. It's a 40-lap race, a little bit shorter than Martinsville last week. Pit stops should, start happening around lap 18 or 19, but my goodness, are we gapping Rusty Wallace for second? I don't know how. Let's keep the pressure on. We're kind of getting high in RPMs though, which concerns me about our engine temp. Dang, right in the wall. We didn't run that 1 and 2 good. So let's just get down and focus again. I'm really concerned about our RPMs. We are running a little bit of altered gear ratio, which is allowing us to pull away. So we got a pretty good engine. We got a pretty good hot rod, I think. But can we survive the race? Can we keep this engine from going boom? I don't know. If it gets too high in RPMs, I might back off a little bit. Like right now, I'm off the throttle, trying to. It also helps our entry. Instead of just locking up the brakes, kind of how we did in Martinsville. If we let off a little bit, it reduces our RPM from getting, or prevents our RPM from climbing too high, which then might keep our car in good condition. But either way, we are just absolutely ludicrous fast right now. Holy cow. This Sitco team right now is just, I don't know how, because we went to Rockingham. I didn't have any assists on, right? And we just had an absolute terrible race. Finished, what, 42nd? And then we go to Bristol, and the car literally has no speed. It can get through the corner. It just has no takeoff speed. We're getting burnt down the straightaways at Bristol, right? Absolutely terrible. And then I'm going to Martinsville, and I'm like, man, I'm really dreading this. We go out there, we qualified, I think, 17th. I'm like, oh, that's pretty mediocre. We go out there, we're running top 10, and then a gift from God himself, we win the race. And now we go to Richmond, and somehow we have a car that is really good. I mean, I just want a top 10, but out here leading laps, this is crazy. So if we can keep leading, we should be able to get the bonus. If we can get the bonus points for leading the most laps, that will definitely help us in our point situation right now. As we are needing all the points we can get. We're, 18th in points. We went from 22nd to 18th after our win. Or was it 19th? I forget. It was somewhere around there. But we picked up 5 extra bonus points for leading the lap. If we lead, I think, 9 more, we're guaranteed to get the extra points for leading the most. We just have to just take care of this car. That's all we can do. But the pit stops, man, that's going to get us. Can we get on pit road? Can we get off pit road without any miscues? Last week, we repaired some damage. The pit stop, instead of being around 15 or 16 seconds, it was actually 18 to 19 seconds. Sure enough, we came off pit road like a 21.3 second pit stop. Absolutely too long. So I'm hoping our pit crew does not drop the ball, but even if they do, our car is just, look at that. Rusty Wallace just exited 3 and 4. Right now I feel like I don't even know. It's like Jimmy Johnson at Lowe's at this point. Somehow we are just doing really good. But I want to get the most bonus, or all the bonus points we can get. That's what I want to focus on right now. Just take care of the car and it'll take care of you. Just nice and smooth. That's all I want to focus on. And what's really crazy is I've never really been good at Richmond on pretty much any really NASCAR game. I've just something about this track. It's like on the NASCAR Heat games, I've never been really good here. Just something about the layout, It's not slow enough that you can just gain on the AI in the corners. It's kind of awkward in terms of like a balance between it being a speedway and a road course. Or not road course, a short track. Because it just on short tracks and road courses, you can gain so much in the corner, entering the corners. because the AI, the way they're programmed, they let up so much speed. So I mean, that's what I'm really kind of shocked about, is how good we're running at this track, because this is definitely not one of my strong suits. Anywho though, it's lap 16, coming to take lap 17 here at Richmond International Raceway in the Pontiac Excitement 400. Jeff Burton in the Sitco Ford Taurus out front, under lights in Virginia. This is crazy, folks. This is crazy. Really close to the bonus. I want to, let's see. Right now, we're still gaining time. So, I mean, I like to keep our car out front as long as we can. But I think we should probably go ahead and start pitting. You know what? Let's go ahead and pit. Let's see. We're going to get down to 70. Let's go ahead and pit. No damage repair. Car's really good. Keep all four and a fuel tank. Let's go. Come on, folks. If we can get a good pit stop here, we're going to be out there competing for the lead again. I cannot believe how fast this car is here. Absolutely cannot believe it. We got away with one at Martinsville. I mean, we got away big time at Martinsville. Let me tell you, these Fords, they're fast. I'm a Chevy guy, and I can admit these Ford Tauruses, man. Roush has been dominant this year in terms of just a whole team winning the 500. Mark Martin almost top 10 every single race. We picked up our W last week, and now we're out here, banner car for the team. But we got work to do. We got to get back up to the front. I don't know what these guys are doing. I don't want to get any more damage on the car than when we hit the wall earlier. There we go. Look at the speed. Closing rate on these things, man. Just run the bottom. That's all I want. Just want to be a bottom feeder, man. We're gonna be a flounder, man. We should have ran the Bassmaster car, dude. We're just gonna be a flounder. We're just gonna be bottom feeder at this point. All right, we're up in the top 10 again. Fresh Goodyears. You know, and us pitting early, it actually might help us, because our car was already, like, we were pulling away from Rusty Wallace, which was in second, on old tires. So if we put new tires back on the car, we got our groove right now. Absolutely, we're going to be faster, and we're making a lot more time. We just don't want to see any yellow flags. We just want to let this race play out how it should. Now we're kind of facing lap traffic, which is going to be very difficult. It's something that short tracks are always known for, lap traffic battles. I mean, you're all pretty much running the same speed almost, so you can't just like pull over to the side. Tracks are really short, narrow, close quarters. I mean, you know what they say about NASCAR, it's a contact sport. We're going to let Craven blend there. And then we'll try to beat him off the corner here. There we go. Rusty Wallace. I don't know where he's at. Ooh, man. Oh, car a little loose there. He's going to be under. Yep, he's going to be underneath. It's okay. And we're going to have to fight traffic. We got the lead again, though, which is huge. And what's really good is we run Martinsville again in the fall, and then we're going to run Richmond again in the fall. So that's two really good tracks for us. Give Kane a little bit of a bump for the way he raced me last week. Actually, that wasn't an intentional bump, I'll be honest, but if they ever use it, you know. They asked me after the race, regardless how we finish, I'm going to tell them that, you know, it was just a little bit of a love tap. In reality, it was just an accident. Here you go. Lap 27 out of 40 here at Richmond, and the Sitco team, holy cow, guys. Boy, we're giving some oil tycoons some publicity. I don't know how how this car is this fast. Compared to our speeds at Rockingham and Bristol, this car is absolutely ludicrous speed all over this 99. The car looks beautiful underneath the lights. I don't see why people complain about video games with old graphics. I mean, personally, I think the graphics for this game are pretty darn good. Like, things that need to look good, like the cars, they look freaking good. The racetracks, they look freaking good. And that's just the way I see it. You know, a lot of people, they're like, oh, it's not, 1080p, 4K. I'm like, no. In my opinion, a good game is not based on graphics. It's based on gameplay. Oh, goodness. Well, rip Casey Kane. I didn't cause that one there. Casey Kane blows an engine here in Richmond. Halfway on fuel. Should be good on gas, I think. I think we're good. Get off this corner. I'll check and see who's running second, and then we'll kind of know what to do there. So Rusty Wallace, Gordon Newman, and Kyle Petty. My God, Kyle Petty running 5th. Wow. So Rusty Wallace is still digging at Richmond. Still digging. I don't know where he's at though. It's lap 31 right now. Car is absolutely just... Man, I cannot believe how fast this car is. It is so nice to run a car that's leading compared to running 42nd in the wall, accidentally crashing Dale Jr. at Rockingham. Such a contrast between both races. Even what happened at California just 2 races ago. Just how, we almost had a top 10. And we let a gamble get away from us. Let a good finish get away from us from a gamble, and it's just very unfortunate circumstances. But if we can just come away with a top 10 today, that'd be great. And we did clinch the most laps led. So that means that we got bonus points for leading the lap. We're gonna get the bonus points for leading the most laps, and the only thing that's left to decide is where we finish. Maximum points are on the table right now. As Chad Canas would say with Jimmy Johnson, the max points are on the table right now for the 99 team, and it could not come at a better time earlier in the season. If we can turn around our momentum and start clicking off some good finishes. We got Talladega coming up next, folks. Talladega. We finished 2nd in the Daytona 500. I cannot tell you how excited I am for Talladega. Fuel mileage though, are we gonna have enough? I think we will. I think we're good. I don't think we need to worry too much about it, but to be honest, I might start, you know what, we don't really have anything to lose by not going to 100%. I might save a little bit, rolling the corners just a little bit longer. Save a little gas here and there. Just to make sure we get to the end. So yeah, right now we're out of gas. I'm just rolling. There's no reason for me to go beat up the car anymore. Rusty Wallace is in 2nd. I have no clue where he's at. I'm just gonna roll out of the gas. This setup though is absolutely amazing. Alright, just gonna roll out of the gas a little bit more. Let the car roll. It's all we're going to do, folks. It's all we're going to do is just let the car roll. Let the car roll. We have time to give. Hold on to this car just a little bit longer. Alright. It's almost empty, folks. Almost empty. Last corner. Full throttle it. Coming to take the checkered flag. It's going to be Jeff Burton going back-to-back in the 2002 Winston Cup season. How in the world, folks? How does our season go from crap to winning back-to-back races? We just absolutely blew the doors off the competition here in Richmond. And look at that. We're already out of gas. I cannot believe it, folks. This race could not have been called perfectly. Any more perfect. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. We're out of gas. Victory lane, under the lights, at Richmond. Cannot believe it, folks. We just... This is awesome, guys. This is awesome. I appreciate all those people that have been watching, the series, and they've seen some pretty bad races. I'll admit, I've let many of them get away from me. We had a good opportunity at Phoenix to win. Texas, that was bittersweet. I think the biggest one was California, though. We had a top 10. We lost a lot of points there. But nonetheless, though, this is absolutely what we needed. Dominated all night long in Richmond. Won the race. Put the Sitco team on the pole and in victory lane. Let's go get a trophy, man. Let's go get a trophy. Let's go! Woo! Man, I cannot believe it. This team has been through so much ups and downs early in the season. From nearly winning on the high banks of Daytona, going down to Phoenix. Well, not Phoenix, but was it Rockingham? Yeah, Rockingham is an absolute disaster. Here we are, victory lane, back to back. So we just swept both races in Virginia for the spring portion of the season. Got Martinsville, and then we got Richmond, and we go back to these tracks later in the fall. So we have another shot at Richmond and another shot at Martinsville. We have another shot at Bristol and Rockingham. So we're going to go back to the setups for Richmond and Martinsville, but we're going to go back and we're going to fix Rockingham and Bristol as well. Crazy night in Richmond. We just got the W. Back-to-back wins for the Sitco team. Jeff Burton, we just gained a lot of points there. Absolutely crazy race last week, and now an unbelievable race here, just dominating all night in Richmond. Awesome, just awesome. Let's look at the top 10. See, we got Rusty Wass finished in second. Penske second and third. Newman's going to get third. Jeff Gordon fourth. Dale Jarrett fifth. Mark Martin, man, top 10 Martin, man, let me tell you. Sixth place for him. Kurt Busch, Daytona 500 champion, is going to get seventh. Kyle Petty's going to come away with eighth. Dale Earnhardt Jr. going to go ninth. And Scott Wimmer, I believe he qualified second. He's going to get a top 10 as well. So, great race, folks. Great race. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like below. And if you want to see more content from Diecast Buffet, if you want to see more videos from this series, if y'all want to see, customs, diecasts, reviews, stop motions, all that good stuff, please subscribe to Diecast Buffet. I'm trying so hard to keep content uploaded regularly. I love the idea of doing YouTube, and this is an absolute dream of mine. So I just want to say thank y'all so much again. If you like the content, please subscribe, folks. Please subscribe. Also, if you want to see more, I was just going to say behind the scenes footage of a lot of my customs and my future projects and such, and what am I doing in life, go follow me on Instagram at Diecast Buffet. Anywho, thank y'all so much for watching again. I hope you'll have a great one.